skies, and on every occasion that you do or don't.
So, welcome to Sensible Secondhand Classics, a series where we look at cars that you can buy that are over 15 years old, between £1,000 and £5,000. This is a 2001 Peugeot 406 V6 SE Coupé manual. This car has kindly been lent to the channel by Justin, who is a friend of Charlie. You would have seen the Ford Focus with the written fuel engine and the Ford Mondeo Mark III on No Budget Reviews recently. Those belong to Charlie. And so here we are on the lovely twisty roads just near Coventry in this beautiful piece of automotive history. The 406 Coupé was launched in 1997, and a lot of it just underneath is a normal 406, like the one that I drove last year, the 406 V6 that you would have seen on No Budget Reviews, and also on the Furious Driving channel, because Mr. Richardson drove that after me. The Coupé version was launched in 1997 and lasted until 2003. This is what's called a D9 version. It's a later car, and it's got the 210 horsepower V6 engine. Earlier ones actually had a 195 horsepower V6. It's 3 litre, although I think the plate display that's actually closer to 2.9, but it's badged as a 3 litre anyway. There were other engines available too. A 2 litre engine with either 135 or 137 horsepower depending on the year. 2.2, which came in mid 2002, that had 160 horsepower, replacing the 2 litre. And of course there were some diesels, but due to controversial government legislation and other reasons, we don't talk about those on this channel. One thing I'm very aware of when driving this car is that the turning circle's not as good as I thought it was. It's actually pretty bad. I just tried to go around a mini roundabout so I could go back in the same direction that I was going earlier, and yeah, I didn't like that very much. So the trim levels available on a 406 Coupé were standard trim, which was actually different for different models. The V6 has got more equipment than the 2 litres. Then there was an S that wasn't available on the V6. That was only for the 4-cylinder engines. An SE like this, which has all the toys like sort of you know, climate control and you know, other exciting things, and automatic wipers, and just a load of luxury things that make you feel very, very special indeed. I certainly do feel special when driving this. Weirdly enough, we're almost just a couple of miles away from where Peugeot used to have a factory. Not, these weren't built there, they were built in Italy by Pininfarina, who did the styling, but just really strange to be in one of these, and this car was owned by Peugeot UK themselves actually. So it's just a wonderful thing, and beige leather interior and all kinds of exciting things that we'll see later. Towards the end of production there were some black and silver special editions, and actually this car's got a couple of bits from a black and silver special edition, and also for some reason the light's not very good in here and it keeps varying, so I do apologise for that. To drive, this car's a little bit light on the steering. It's a V6, so it's got speed centre to power steering, which I just think is a little bit light for this. The ride is remarkably good, just like normal 406s, and it's not a surprise really, because this shares a lot of the underpinnings of a normal 406. This engine though, 0 to 60 about 8 seconds, and the top speed's almost 150 miles an hour, so it gets a shift on. and I like it. I like it a great deal, viewers, as you can probably imagine from my excitement. Justin is something of a connoisseur of Peugeot 406 coupes. He's actually had one of these, not this one, but a different one from new, and he's owned quite a few of them. And just by looking at this car, you could see why. You just wouldn't think this is based on the chassis of the normal 406. Not it's a bad looking car at all. It's actually quite a handsome car, but it's really quite sort of remarkable how nice this actually looks. I just don't know what else to say other than that, like the 205, Pininfarina, who designed this car and built it in their factory in Italy, got it right the first time. There wasn't really even a facelift of these, just sort of tiny little changes, like the indicator repeaters changed from orange to clear colour, and just some of the minor changes, but they got the design right the first time. If you sort of go round to the rear, you can see it's definitely 406, and the very late ones are just badged as a Peugeot Coupe. These plates have been made up as sort of reproduction ones because the car had a personal plate in it when Justin bought it, so he had to put it back to the original registration number. But yes, it was owned by the Peugeot Motor Company from new. Let's open up the boot. So Justin's put a luggage net in here, and I think there's a CD exchanger which should go in there as well, but the original stereo has been put back in, and the one you'll see is not the original at the moment. However, you know, everything else is just lovely. So if we pull this up, we can see we've actually got a full-size alloy spare in the boot. It's brilliant. It's what we like to see, and the tools and jack and everything, and this little liner and everything. You do have to use quite a force to close this. There's a really good side, but I have to do this one-handed, so there we go. It does make rather a nice noise as well. I do like it. I suppose we'll have to get inside now, and that's using this 406 door handle. And look at this biscuit coloured interior. There are one or two changes, like this sort of chrome door handle, which is one of the special editions. This is just a normal SE. Cruise control just on there. Don't get automatic lights on this car, you do get automatic wipers. The very late ones, which have a different wiring system, do actually have automatic lights as well. So ashtray just there, because obviously it's a French car. And 12-volt socket as well. We have got heated seats in here. I think that's something to do with the alarm. And ESP, that's good. You're going to need something like that. Very, very, very small armrest in the middle. Very, very small, and you can't adjust it apart from just putting it there, where all the coins will fall out when you go around the corner. These are electric memory seats as well. I'll do a sort of cutaway image of that for some point of the review. The dashboard is a later one, which is why the hazard light switch is up here. Earlier cars have it down there. And Pininfarina are very proud of the fact that they had an association with Peugeot. They had one, in fact, for a very long time. The controls for the electric ones are down there. They are automatic up and down. It's got all kinds of things. I think that's a stereo volume control one there. Taking the faceplate off because it's not original stereo in this car. So put the key in. One thing I do like this car doesn't have is an annoying keypad immobiliser, which I think would have been there on some of the earlier cars, and I am very, very, very grateful for that indeed. So we just switch her on like that. There we go. Good old Peugeot stop warning light. And we've got a trip computer on here. That says it's 20 degrees today. Maybe I don't need to wear a jumper anymore. Not got dual zone climate control. We do have climate control though in the car, which is nice. I do like climate control. And has an automatic setting. I don't think that's a front heated screen. I think that's just a defrost setting. Right, I'll just have a look in these door pockets, which are really small because it's a coupe, I assume. There's not a great amount of visibility. I mean, this position's good. It's where you want to be. You're the driver and you see the road. But the back, I don't think you can get parking sensors. And if you look in the mirror, you see the view isn't brilliant. Electrochromatic mirror, of course, in this. Headlining is absolutely lovely. It's a lovely colour, nice and light. I really like it. In fact, I like it so much, I'm going to try to climb in the back. Right, viewers, the first thing that we need to do is open the door, but that should drop. Yes, it does drop the window bit. So I've got to get in the back. So what I need to do is pull this forward, and then it will move by itself. Isn't that posh? And there we go. They are the electric memory seats. So if we climb at the back, it's quite low. Ooh. God. You've got to mind your head. There is quite a room. I'll shut this door in case anybody comes past. If I just pull this seat back, it should go back to its original position. Oh, it's weird. It doesn't do that. Let's try that again. Wonder why it's not working. Oh well, maybe it says I'm not sitting there or something. But yeah, headroom's not brilliant, if I'm honest. It's not the best. And you know, with the driver seat in the position it should be, about kind of here, the legroom is actually okay. Naturally, we get ashtray in there and some speakers in the back. The stereo that actually came with the car was very, very good. I forget the name of it right now, but it was a very nice one, and Justin's going to put that back in. So we've got as well, I do like this biscuit or beige leather, and there's lots of it, and I'm very happy, apart from the fact that my head is right up against the roof. So if you want to carry people on a regular basis, you've either got to tell them to slump in the back of your 406 Coupe, or you're going to have to just buy a you know, a normal saloon or estate, which, you know, if you're after one of these cars anyway, you're not really that concerned about practicality, to be honest, are you? Okay, viewers, let's test the glove box to see if my secret mission documents fit. Ooh, a beige Peugeot wallet. Let's try. No! Viewers, no! What am I going to do? I was planning on taking one of these down to the south of France on a secret mission, and now I can't. Bother. 3-litre V6, viewers. 210 horsepower. Apparently the spark plugs are an absolute pain to change, which isn't a surprise because there's the inlet manifold right on top of them. Not much room to work on, but that's the same with a lot of V6 front-wheel drive cars, to be honest. And the shape of this, and just look at this headlight, it's beautiful. Again, the Peugeot Motor Company number plates. I do like this, viewers. I like it a great deal. So here we are, just on some lovely country roads, just enjoying this car with obviously the mounts in the way, and you know, the camera's not one view position, but it's just the way it goes on this channel, really, I'm afraid. But this car just feels like it could go down to the south of France quite easily, be cruising down the Croisette in Cannes. Got the cruise control in this car, of course. Gearbox, this car's done over 100,000 miles, so I'm assuming that it's just a little bit worn. The shift's quite long in this. It's not bad, it just, I think it's just a characteristic of these cars. But I have really enjoyed driving this. I think it's absolutely fantastic. Prices of these are somewhere between £2,000 and £5,000, maybe even more for a really good one. 4-cylinder ones obviously are worth a little bit less than a V6 like this. The V6 is the one that you want, really, if you're anyway an enthusiast. And just make sure that you buy the correct type of fuel for it. If the E10 starts coming in, to make sure that you can buy super unleaded. But what a car! 210 horsepower, beige leather interior, dark blue paintwork, Peugeot press car. Just gets better and better and better the more you think about it. So viewers, should you buy a Peugeot 406 Coupé as a sensible second-hand classic? Well, I think so. These cars are just going to keep going up in value. If you can find yourself a nice V6 one like Justin's, I mean, this car's obviously not for sale, he's keeping this, then why not? They're really nice to drive. They're very comfortable, unless you're tall in the back. They handle surprisingly nicely. There's a fair amount of space in them for a coupe, and they're still not that expensive, actually. So yes, I think it's a most pleasant place to put your money. That's what I'll say. It's a very pleasant place to put your money. Incroyable. Anyway, thank you for watching this episode of Sensible Secondhand Classics. I do hope that you enjoy it. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell to be informed of new uploads. Don't forget to like this video and to leave a comment below. I do apologise that the lighting's not particularly good in this video, it's just the way it goes, I'm afraid. And the social media links are down below. And we'll see you again soon, next time.